Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is Aisha Nazir. The topic of today's lecture is template, function template and class template. What is template? Why we need template in C++ programming? And how does the function templates and class templates work? So let's explore the answers of these questions. When we perform calculations, we have to perform different actions. Like we have to perform add, subtract, multiply and division. We perform these operations with different data types like int, float, double, char and many more data types. So if we want to add two integers, then we have to define a method of add in which it will add two integer values. If we want to add two floating point decimal values, then we have to make another function that supports two floating point numbers. In the same way, if we want to add two long decimal values, then we have to create another add function that supports the double values, right? In the same way, if we want to concatenate two strings or two characters, then again we have to create another function that performs the concatenation. So in this way, we have to make multiple functions that's functionality is the same, that they have to add two values. This becomes very lengthy procedure for a programmer to write the same code again and again for different data types. So to get rid of this situation, developers introduces the concept of template. In the template, we never need to write the same code again and again for different data types. We just write one code that supports all data types. So in this way, your code becomes short and very precise. So let's see what is template is. There are basically two ways to use template in C++. Number one is function template, which is also known as generic template. Generic template means it's a general purpose template that supports all data types. It's a general template, you can say that, in which we can put all types of data types, and according to that data types it behaves. And the second one is class template, which is also known as generic class. Template is independent of data type. It means it supports all type of data types. It performs actions according to the data types. So it means that it supports all types of data types. It generates codes at the time of execution, that what type with what data type the function has to be performed. So the code is generated at the execution time. The main idea behind template is that we pass data type as a parameter. In this way, there is no need to define same code for different data types again and again. For example, if we want to perform sorting of numbers, if we want to arrange alphabets, if we want to arrange names in the alphabetical order, we want to find out the max, we want to find out the minimum number. So in these all scenarios, we use the templates. So in the syntax, we basically use two keywords for that purpose. The first keyword is template and the other word is type name that is replaced as class. So let's explore the syntax of function template. So first we are talking about the function template and how would be its syntax. We create a single program that can adopt multiple data types, means it can work with different data types. So the syntax would be, we will write the keyword template, T would be small, template and then angular bracket, and then we will write the class keyword along with the parameter that would be T. T is basically a placeholder, or you can say that name for a data type in which all the data types are stored. So here I haven't mentioned the T, but in the syntax after the class name we write the T. And when we define the function, So first we will define the return type, that would be of T type, and then the function name, the functionality the function is going to be performed. For example, if the function wants to add two numbers, so the function name would be self-explanatory as add. And after that, the parameters list, obviously the parameter list be of the same as T type, or you can say that the same as the placeholder. So this name can be used within the function definition too. It's a little bit confusing, but when you will see the code, you will better understand this. So here is the code. What I'm going to do in this code, I use the keyword template, and here this is the start of the template, and I'm going to define a template. In the template, in the angular brackets, we mention the keyword class. This is a keyword, reserved word, and after that the T. T is basically a placeholder in which what type of data we are sending is basically copy here in the T. So T is basically used to support the data type. After that, I define a function, and in this function the name is show, and after TA we have two parameters as A and B, and A is a type of T and B is also a type of T. So it means whatever the value we pass, whatever the data type we pass in T, the same data type would be of A and B, and simply we are going to print the values of A and B on the screen. So in the main function, we define that int integer type, there are two variables I and j is equal to 10 and 20, and the both values data type is int. And here we call the function show, which is a template function, and we call the show function and we pass the I and j as the parameters. And here I and j, we know that these are the integer values. So what happened, the compiler will enter into the code and he will got to know that the I and j both are integer type values. So when we are calling the show function with I and j parameters, so the I and j will go to in this way. So in show, it will got to know that it's a template, so the integer, the data type will save in T, which is a placeholder. The place of T will be override with integer, with int. So here would be as int A and int B, right? And in the same way, when we passing the values for as I and j, it receives in the function in A and B, and simply it prints the value. So here is the output 10 and 20. What if I want to show the values or perform the addition of two floating point numbers? How we will do that? The same code, but here we just use the float keyword. The data type is changed in this program. In the previous example, the data type was int. The rest of the program is same. Data type was int. In the new program, the data type is changed. Only the data type is changed, that is the float. The rest of the program is the same. And in this way, it will show, the show function will show the value of I and j that are float, right? So here would be the value of float as 5.12 and 6.65. In the same way, if we want to show two values of char, in the same way, the data type is only changed. Here the value is char. The data type is char. So in this way, the show function will show the values of I, that is A character, and j, that is B character. So the T will hold the char data type, and the A and B will hold the value as A and B, and it will simply show on the screen, and here is the output A and B. So hopefully you understand the concept of function template, in which we define a function template that is a generic template that supports all type of data types. So after that, the next concept is class template. So here is the syntax of class template. It has the same syntax as the function template, we define the keyword template with small t and then class type, which is replaced with class, and then we define the class, that is a reserved word keyword to declare a class, and then the class name. And in the public section, we define the variable of the same type as we pass to the template. And again, we define the function which return type would be same as the class type, and then the function name and then type arguments would be the same type of as the class type, which would be the template type. Let's understand it with an example. So here is a class. First we define the keyword template with angular brackets, and here I mention the keyword class, and the next is the T, that is a placeholder that will hold the data type which we are passing in the template. And after that the class, that is reserved word, and the display, which is the name of the class. So here we are creating a class, and in the class we are creating two variables. That's variable type is T, the type that we will pass to the template. So here usually in the previous examples we define here as the int or bool or char or whatever the value or whatever the data type we want to declare, here we declared. But now in this example, this is a template example, so the data type of variable would be the same as the T, the data type which we will pass to the template, right? So in the public section we created a constructor which has the same name as the class name, and here in the constructor this is a parameterized constructor in which we passes two values as E and Q. Here are two parameters, and these both parameters have the same type as T, that is the same as the template type. And here we define that whatever value we pass in E, that will assign to A, and whatever the value we pass to Q, it will assign to B. And after that we created a simple function that name is show, and in the show function we are printing the value of A and B. So in the main part the class is ended here, and in the main part we are creating the object of class display. We know that if we want to access the values, the content of a class, we have to create the object of that class. So here we are creating the object as display has the object name as DP. So as I have told you earlier that we created the constructor. So in the constructor we have to pass the values. So which type of values we want? For example, if we want to pass int type values, then we have to define the data type here while passing the values to constructor. So we have to pass the data type when we are creating the object as int. So 50 and 200 data type is int. So dp.show. So when this object, that's name is dp, when we are calling the show function, when the object created, the values are passed that are of int type to the class constructor, and here the values are assigned to the A and B, which are the template variables which has the same type as we passed into the constructor call. So dp.show, it will show the same values as we passed as 50 and 200. This is the output. But what if we want to pass float values or char values? It will work properly, as here we created three different objects. In the first object we are passing the int values, in the second object we are passing the float values, and in the third object we are passing the char data type. So when we calling the show function with dp, then the t will receive int values that are 50 and 200, and it will print 50 and 200. It will show on the screen. When we created the second object, that is dp1, and here the data type is float. So when we call the dp1.show, then the t, that is a placeholder, it will override int with the float. It will store the data type float here. And when we will create the third object, that is dp2, and when we call the show method, show function with dp2, then it will this placeholder will hold the values of char as A and B, and it will print the same values on the screen, as you can say that A and B. So in short, templates is basically supports all type of data types. In this way, we never need to write the same code for int data type, for float data type, or for char data type. Here we define the show function only once. We created the constructor only once, right? So there is no need to define the functions again and again that's performing the same function. Instead, we use the template that is independent of data types that supports all types of data types. It's a generic type. That's why it's called a generic type template. So this is all about the templates. Hopefully you understand the concept. Thank you very much.